Shalom, welcome to Tactically Torah. I am Heath Hayes. Here I am in the third video. We had Revelation 14, we had Revelation 15, and here I am reading Revelation chapter 16. In the same spot, same hat, same glasses, same pen, same shirt, because it's all at the same time. Batching content, if you will. Yeah. So what we just read in Revelation chapter 15, if you remember, it was a short video, only about 4 minutes long, was essentially the bowls of wrath. The bowls of the wrath of the Most High were given to the 7 messengers to be poured out on the earth. At which point, oh my gosh, you know what? I've been sitting here and I haven't even had a drink of coffee. So this is my first sip of the day. Hopefully I don't burn my tongue. Yep, just about burned my tongue. And that tells me I need to sweeten it a little bit. I think I wanted it a little bit sweeter, but it's actually pretty good. Moose Run coffee. If you don't drink Moose Run, you're wrong. By the way, I get nothing from Moose Run coffee. Matthew and Samantha over there, they're just like a brother and sister. I love those people. So I want them to do good. I want them to do well. All organic coffee. This isn't meant to be an ad video. So I'm going to dive into Revelation chapter 16. Let's get this going. And I heard a loud voice from the dwelling place saying to the 7 messengers, "Go and pour out the bowls of the wrath of Elohim on the earth." And the first went and poured out his bowl upon the earth, and an evil and wicked sore came upon the men, those having the mark of the beast and those worshiping his image. Whew. So the first bowl, they get sores upon their body. Those who, obviously these ones have taken the mark of the beast. Essentially, they are not maintaining the testimony of Yeshua and guarding to keep his commands. So, yeah, there's that. Verse 3, sorry, get sidetracked, you know. And the second messenger poured out his bowl on the sea, and it became blood as of a dead one, and every living creature in the sea died. And the third messenger poured out his bowl on the rivers and fountains of water, and they became blood. And I heard the messenger of the waters saying, "You are righteous, O Yahweh, and one who is, and one who was, and who shall be, because you have judged these. Because they have shed the blood of the set-apart ones and prophets, and you have given them blood to drink, for they deserve it." Whew. So the second messenger poured out his bowl on the sea, and it became blood, and every living creature in the sea died. And the third messenger poured out its bowls on the rivers and fountains of water, and they became blood. Wow. So there's the first 3 bowls. Verse 7, and I heard another out of the slaughter place saying, "Yes, Yahweh El Shaddai, true and righteous are your judgments." And the fourth messenger poured out his bowl on the sun, and it was given to him to burn men with fire. And men were burned with great heat, and they blasphemed the name of Elohim, who possess authority over these plagues, and they did not repent to give him esteem. That's an interesting statement. So they're given sores on their bodies. The sea is turned to blood. The rivers and springs and likely well water, like all the things, all the water turned to blood. And then the fourth bowl is the sun heating up to such an extent that the men are burned by fire. And quite the excruciating pain with great heat. And yet they still did not repent. And the fifth messenger, in verse 10, poured out his bowl on the throne of the beast, and his reign became darkened. And they gnawed their tongues from pain. Ooh. They blasphemed the Elohim of the heaven for their pains and their sores, and did not repent of their works. The sixth messenger poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up, in order to prepare the way of the sovereigns from the east. And I saw coming out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, 3 unclean spirits as frogs. For they are spirits of demons, doing signs which go out to the sovereigns of the entire world to gather them and to the battle of that great day of Yahweh the Almighty. See, I am coming as a thief. Blessed is he who is staying awake and guarding his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And they gathered them together to the place called in Hebrew Har Megiddo. And the seventh messenger poured out his bowl into the air, and a loud voice came out of the dwelling place of the heaven from the throne, saying, "It is done." And there came to be noises, and thunders, and lightnings, and there came to be a great earthquake, such a mighty and great earthquake as had not came to be since men were on the earth. And the great city became divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babel was remembered before Elohim to give her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found, and great hail from heaven fell upon men, every hailstone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed Elohim for the plague of the hail, because that plague was exceedingly great. Wow. So at that, something I saw interesting was another sign that this is chronological. Okay. It says, and the great city became divided into 3 parts upon the great earthquake, right? In verse 19, the great city became divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And the great Babel was remembered before Elohim to give her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. So this earthquake happens, and it jogs the memory of the Father. He's like, oh yeah, I haven't forgotten about you. He's got a separate judgment, a separate cup of wrath. Just a little bit extra. Yeah, I've poured my bowls out on the earth, but I've got a cup set aside for you, you great city of Babel. You will be great no longer. So yeah, little things like that stand out to me. Something to think about. All right, guys, bless you. Shalom. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful week and all the things. Love you. Bless you. Shalom. Goodbye.